Do you find it interesting that City haven't really gone and burst the budget in terms of how much they spent on an individual player? They pulled out the Sanchez deal because of the wages. You look how much they spent on Alisson at Liverpool. That's far more than City spent on one individual.
Well, they might have just dodged a bullet on Sanchez.
Possibly,
in all honesty.
But it's been going up over time. City had some sensational players, don't forget, and they'd won titles when Guardiola arrived. You know, when you go through the team that he inherited, it was an incredibly good side. You know, he has added to that. Obviously, he's added the goalkeeper. I'm trying to think.
At a second go.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think. Kyle Walker, he's brought in. Mendy.
Bernardo Silva.
But I don't think he's brought in too many other, apart from that. The nucleus of that squad,
he had a good squad,
was already there. Yeah. He's improved them, without a doubt. Sterling was already there.
Yeah.
You know, so
he had a good team already, didn't he?
Yeah,
so he didn't need many players.
And he's just been able to add to that and take it on to, you know, obviously last season and the season before, another level.
Can I ask then, on that topic, the nucleus which he has inherited, and like you mentioned, he hasn't bought as many players as you really think he did, but Fernandinho's turning 35 this year. Aguero, great servant to the club,
Again,
great servant to
Premier
Premier League.
Signings.
They weren't Pep signings. He's turning, 32 this year. Otamendi is the wrong side of 30. Kyle Walker's turning 30 this year. Gundogan's turning 30 this year. David Silva has confirmed that he is going to be leaving the club at the end of the season. How much money do you think Pep is going to be spending in the summer, given how well Liverpool have done this year and how poorly, by their standards?
You have to look at what does City need. City need a centre-half to go alongside Laporte. They will get that. Fernandinho retiring is not a massive issue because they've got Rodri.
Will that be enough in terms of centre-halves? Yeah. Because they lost company. They never replaced him.
If you've got Laporte and another dominant centre-half, you've then got the backup of Fernandinho, might be able to play 5 or 6 games there a season if needed. Stones will still be there.
Rodri can play there.
You've then got Rodri, who I think is going to be better than Sergio Busquets. The way that I've seen him play, he looks absolutely exceptional. Sterling is young. Mahrez is still young enough. Jesus is young enough. They might need another centre. Jesus just isn't Aguero. You know, he's Brazil's number 9. He's outstanding, but he's not Aguero. Do they get another centre forward? They've got Sane that can come back from injury.
Well, he might leave as well.
Well, but
to buy him.
I think they do need another centre half though.
Another centre half.
Yeah.
You don't think what they have is enough, even if Laporte comes back fit?
No, they've got to buy a centre. But
I think he'll let Otamendi go. I think Stones has not been good enough, so I think they definitely need to replace Kompany.
They don't need too much more. You've now got Cancelo. They might need another left back.
They might look like someone like Chilwell. Maybe they'll go for someone like Chilwell who's young. Maybe they want to get a few more younger players with the likes of Walker and Mendy's not doing it.
De Bruyne's got years left in him. They've got Foden coming through the system. You know, there's always talk of
still there, isn't it? So.
It's still a very young side.
The young centre half who played for them recently.
Garcia.
So they've Soriano and Tiki Begiristain, obviously, were at Barcelona, sorted out the recruitment policy long before Pep Guardiola came into the sub. So there is succession planning. So even when Guardiola leaves, they know what's going to happen already. Whether it be next year, the year after, or the year after that, there is a plan in place to continue this journey, which is exactly what they did at Barcelona. It might not be quite as good or whatever it is, but there at least is a plan in place, unlike Manchester United, unlike Arsenal, when they've had to replace their managers.
But you say about Sane, if Sane goes, he's going to go for a big fee, isn't he?
Yes.
It's going to be 70 million, surely. So maybe Pep will let that happen and then go and buy another striker or another defender out of that, and maybe another winger who's not as expensive.
You don't know what the plan is, do you? And then he's got the left back position to think about.
The owners aren't skint, are they?
Yeah, they've got the money. So.
That's what my original question was.
They're not looking down the back of the sofa.
I think they will give him money to invest. And I think they'll come back next season and win the title. I do.
That was my original question. How much do you think they're going to spend?
Whatever he wants, probably.
The amount is irrelevant because it's market forces. You know, every year players getting more and more expensive. You know, they now talk about Tyrone Mings being like, 60, 70 million pounds. Ridiculous. But that's what you have to pay. Simple as that. You know, if Mings is worth that, then Laporte is suddenly worth 100-odd million, whatever it is. It's just the way it is.
And by the way, they're still chasing 3 trophies this year. Man City, League Cup, FA Cup.
The only thing I've said from the
Champions League.
I've said from the beginning of the season, for City to consider a successful season, I think they have to win the league or they have to win the Champions League.
Yep.
If they win the FA Cup or the League Cup, it's not failure, but I don't think they will consider that as success because their eyes are on a bigger prize than that.
And the standards they've set.
Yeah.
I mean, they're the current holders of every
But
domestic
look at who they
competition.
played in the Champions League, though.
Real Madrid.
Exactly. So it's not going to be very easy, is it? To
But to
even
win
get
the
past
Champions
that?
League, I mean, you'll have to face.
I wouldn't want
teams,
to play City. City and Liverpool are one of the two of the teams you want to avoid because, as
I
we've
think-
said, on their day they can absolutely destroy you.
Yeah, but you look at them defensively, though. If say Laporte doesn't come back,
Well, that's the I
as
think
quick as
they've
you
got to
expect.
hope. They've got to hope that Laporte comes back.
I think if
Zinchenko could be back by
if
then as
Laporte
well.
doesn't come back, as maybe it takes him a bit longer, then I don't think you want to go to the Bernabeu and play against, do you know what I mean, Real Madrid.